My first myth today has actually been requested a number of times because it's one of the most famous stories in all of music history. As the legend goes, back in 1967, police did a drug raid on the house of Keith Richards while he had some friends over. And after they busted in the doors, they actually caught Mick Jagger in the process of putting some candy into the nether regions of his then girlfriend, Marianne Faithfull. In almost every case, the candy in question is a Mars bar, and this story really stands as one of the great music legends from that time. While many pieces of the story certainly make sense, and the police have a record of the incident, the bit about Mick and Marianne is totally false. This wasn't a drug raid in the modern reality TV sense of the idea. The police just knocked very loudly on the door, and the guests had time to make themselves proper before it was opened and they came in. The police record states that there were about half a dozen people in Keith's living room, but made no mention of any candy-related indecent action. As she put it brilliantly in her autobiography, this story is little more than a dirty old man's fantasy. Today's second myth was also a request, and it says that Guns N' Roses actually recorded and released a song that was written by none other than serial killer Charles Manson. This one, folks, is absolutely true, and it's really easy to find if you know where to look. And if you have a strong stomach for some really bad cover songs. It goes back to Guns N' Roses' 1993 release, The Spaghetti Incident, which for most fans was the death knell for that group, as it was nothing but the band covering old punk and heavy metal songs. Though it's not listed on the album, there is in fact a 13th track on the record called Look at Your Game Girl, and that was originally written and recorded back in 1967 by Charles Manson. About a decade ago, Axl Rose started saying he'd just as soon leave it off later re-releases because he felt it gave the wrong impression of why they did it. But at the end of the day, it's there, and this is 100% true. For the last myth today, I want to look into something very strange and very small. It's the claim that there's actually a species of animal named after the one-time talented singer Madonna. Simply put, this one is true, and it became true back in 2006. That year, a group of zoologists discovered a brand new species of water bear. It had 8 legs and it grew to about 1.5 millimeters in length, and for whatever reason, they decided to name it after her. No idea why they did it, but this claim is true. So those are my myths for this week. Be sure to check back here every week as I delve into some of the coolest stories in music history, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.